valuables, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for joining me on to this episode. So yes, this episode will be a reaction one. Like, I watched a video and I just want to say one or two things about the video. So if today is your first time of coming across this valuable girl, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. I value you. Please consider subscribing and make this home your home. So yes, let's go straight to the video. This about a man that is called Discover with Ruhi. He's a documentary specialist. He goes around places, then he takes footage of, the story behind wherever he has gone to, and he comes to share it with the world. And I really want to say I applaud you for all you've been doing. You've been doing an amazing job. Like, I enjoy your videos, okay? But there is this video that he uploaded that was about almost 3 weeks ago, saying that Burundi, like the poorest country, Burundi is the poorest country. I watched that video and I was like seeing where he was coming from, like the angle where he was coming from. They were telling us that those people are poor, and when you watch that video carefully, you see that most people actually make maybe $15 in a month, $20 in a month, and it wouldn't be enough for you to feed yourself and your family. And you keep on seeing many people or many families that have many children. Now, I watched that video and I'm like, okay, in a point he is right, but in another point he's not that right. What do I mean? Because someone actually wrote down in the comment section saying that yes, what he said about them are all right, but when you want to think twice and just see things from the other view, you find out that those people, that they are the happiest. Although they don't have much, although life has not given them the best of things, they are the happiest. You will see the children in that video, they are happy, they are smiling, they are playing together with other kids, they are running around. You will see the men and the women, they are joyfully doing their businesses, although life has not offered them the best, but they've actually accepted what life has given to them and try to make out the best out of what they have. So this is actually the area where I want to pinpoint and say, please, with all due respect, I do not agree with you. In that area, they are not the poorest. In that area, they are the richest, because there are some rich men that have all the whole money, but they don't have joy, they don't have happiness, they are not free to do what they want to do. But look at these people, they don't have the money, yes, they don't have it all, but they have joy, they are happy, they stay together, they live as one family, they do everything together as one. So that for me actually makes them even much more richer than the richest. Yes, so because in everything that we do, happiness counts so much. Happiness counts so much. So for me, in that area, Burundi is not the poorest country, but there are also other things that I actually notice, and I'm like, in this area, you are also not right. Yes, because you see that, like in the video, I found out that most of the people, they are farmers, and they are farmers because they don't have the money to go and purchase something, so they actually depend on farming and getting their foodstuffs from the farm and then eating it. Now, if you want to compare their lives or what they eat with what the people that say that they are the richest country, or that they are civilized, if you are to compare this food and their food, you see that these people are eating much more healthier than the other people, because every of their food are natural, like natural food coming straight from the farm, going straight to the kitchen, cooking it, and then you are eating it. Like, it is very natural. It is free from all this fertilizer this, it's free from all this chemical this, from all this preservation. Although they don't have the money, but they actually get this natural, sweet, tasty food. You see that most of the time in this generation, those that think that okay, that they are civilized, that they have everything, most of the food that we are eating, because I'm also there, I'm also among, most of the food that we are eating, they are actually preserved with so much preservative, whatever, and all of that, and we consume them, we eat them. That's why most of the time you see that some people have these cancers, people have these so many diseases that are not the will of God for the children of God. Now look at these people that are over there living their lives, and we call them poor. Okay, they're living their lives, but they are getting the best of the food. They are eating food, and everything is actually just pure good and okay. Like everything is just so much okay for them, and they are happy with their life. So in that area, I would disagree with you, Mr. that they are not the poorest in the country. Now, another thing where I agree with what he said was, there was this young guy. He was still very young. I think he was still very young, 18 years of age. He's already married to a wife, and they have a little baby. The woman had the baby at the back, so we saw the baby, and that baby was still small. And when we went into the house, we see that, wow, that the house, it wasn't a good place at all for a baby to stay in. It wasn't a good place at all for even a grown-up person to stay in. It wasn't comfortable at all. Looking at the situation, the couple, they've not even taken good care of themselves. Like, they don't have it all, but they decide to like just bring a child into the earth, which is okay. Okay, they have one baby, which is okay. But where there was cause for alarm was actually a family where I saw that they were more than seven. Wow, they were so much, like they were just so much. And I'm like saying, okay, you don't have all the means to take care of the children. Why then bring all of these children into the world? So this is actually something that we Africans, we have to like look into. Most of the time, Africans, they think that, oh, if you don't have the money, then you get the children. You understand? When the children grow, they will be like your savior, or or people that will always be there to watch you at your old age, which is fantastic. Okay, but at the same time, you as a man that you are struggling, you can't take care of yourself or your wife, you shouldn't go and have 9 children. You shouldn't go and have 10 children. Children are indeed gift from God, I know, yes, but at the same time, you shouldn't go and have 9 children, 10 children, just because you want to prove a point, or because you feel like, okay, if I don't have all the money, these are my children, they are my billionaires, they are my Hollandese. Like we say in Africa, you are my Hollandese, this is my Hollandese, or this is my American visa. I think that in that area, Africans need to be educated more, so we know that you don't have the means, or that you're not financially capable, does not mean that you have to go and start, having children that you can't take care of. So in that area, I'm like, we Africans really have to stand up and do things better. And I also saw, a man, he's actually advanced at age. His house was it wasn't kept, it was unkept, it was dirty, his clothes were dirty, and when you see this, you're like, oh my god, what is this? And as for me, I actually want to say, like, I don't want to blame anybody, but I want to blame the government, because when you go to the government and say that they are all living the best of life, they are driving their cars, they are doing this and that, they have it all, but look at these citizens of theirs that are going through pain, that are suffering. I think our government, they actually have to do better. Come out and give them jobs. Come out and help them have a life of their own. And some people don't even have a cell phone. Some people don't even know that there are some things that other people enjoy that they too can also enjoy. They just live their lives, and they don't even know that there are some things that happen outside them, and it is just so painful at this age, at this time. And you know that the governments are even in that country, and they're living the best of life. So I want to say, African leaders, we am I among them? African leaders, they have to be very up and doing. And I just love what this man is doing, going around showing us things. And I love what he did. He was actually giving some people money, and he was supporting them. I really appreciate this love of yours. Yes, I really appreciate this love of yours. Just keep up the good work. So I'm actually here to say that we Africans, we can actually have better life than what we are having, if only everyone, our government and we ourselves, will actually put in effort in making sure that our continent become the best. You have a part to play, and I also have a part to play as an African to make our continent great. So yes, this is what I just want to share. There are some things that I agree with him on that video, and also there are some things that I do not agree with him. So I came out here to say, Africans, we deserve the best, we deserve good, and we can do more. Okay, so thank you all so much. What do you think? Do you think that Burundi, that they are the poorest country? I know that the situation in the country is not good, but what do you think that Africans can do to make our continent better? Because everything that we need, we have in Africa. Something that actually amazes me is that some of these European countries, they don't have half of what we have. They don't have half of what we have, yet they are living better than us. what is their secret? We have to find out. They try to make sure they use what they have wisely. We don't use what we have wisely. We misuse things. We misuse our resources. So we have to learn on how to make use of our resources appropriately so it can favor us. So I rest my case. So tell me, what do you think in the comment section? Do you think that African can actually stand again? Do you think that African, that we are the poorest continent, or do you think that Africans, that we are the most happiest and that makes us the richest? That's what I think. We are the most happiest and it makes us the richest. So I don't just want to be rich only by cash and be poor in mind. I want to be rich in mind and also rich in everything, in health, rich in finance, rich spiritually. So we need to be balanced when it comes to richness. So thank you all so much for staying, and tell me what you think in the comment section. I value you all. Please you like, share and subscribe if you have not. If you love this valuable girl that you are seeing here, please support her and show her some love. So thank you all so much. Remember, you are the head and not the tail. Until I come your way next time, I remain your humble, valuable host,